right side, and it messes me all up. What's up, Docs Daily? It's me, Detroit Lenny here, joined with Robert Faringo, as always, on a Friday. We are here Monday through Friday, 1 o'clock Eastern, Saturday, noon Eastern time. We do a Saturday show. Those are summer hours. Come fall, winter time, we'll be earlier, a lot earlier with football, but that's it. We're here. We also don't forget about the free $60 account. Don't let me forget about that, DocSports.com/free60. You can use that on anybody's premium handicapping picks you want over at the website. Prop card, week pass, season pass, you do you, Pikachu. I always tell everybody. It's just basically a great way for you to try us out for free. You know, it's profit back guaranteed. So, you know, if you lose, you do it again the next day. We'll keep going till we make you some money, kind of thing. What says you, Robert Faringo? How's your Friday going?
Well, you know, you
Is
and
the
I
website up?
You and I are back as heroes after we saved
as
the
always
website with yesterday's edition of Docs. Save the website and maybe humanity. I don't know. You know, that's what some people are saying.
I heard a lot of people did not go hungry last night.
I don't know. Yeah. So, still small cards, but that's okay. We're kind of in this weird little downtime where the winter sports are finally wrapping up. We're just in that MLB grind. WNBA and some other things are starting to pick up, but not, you know, they're not gonna catch. It's okay. It's okay to take a deep breath in June and July and get ready to plunge back into the pool next fall. So I'm excited about the Champions League. I do have a 7-unit play in the Champions League final, which is tomorrow between Arsenal, the Premier League champions, and PSG, the League One champion. So that's going to be a fantastic match at noon. But other than that, not a ton going on today because I don't see a lot of value and there's just not a lot on the board.
Okay, fair enough. CFL's around the corner too. Preseason's I think preseason's done. Week 1 is June 4th. So
yeah, so next week.
Preseason's the last is this weekend. Last week's. They don't have really a break. They do 3 weeks and then giddy up. So CFL's coming around the corner. I know we got a couple guys on the site that like to do CFL. I like to handicap CFL. I love CFL plays. You know, it just gets me through to football. Just gets me through to football. You know, ain't the prettiest, but you know.
Well, listen, I am gearing up for the World Cup. That's it. I watched the Qatar-Ireland match yesterday. I was one of the 5 people that were watching that on Fox Sports. I'm all in. I'm getting ready for a jammed-packed month of soccer. I really want to make that count and really stack as much cash as I can, especially in the group stage and the early knockout round. So, you know how this stuff goes, like with these sports, like with football or with baseball. Like, it's not like we just flip a switch and all of a sudden we're in that mode.
You know everything.
Yeah, you got to do the research, man. You got to put in the time ahead of time if you want to know what you're doing. You got to have a plan.
I spend all of July just encompassing football knowledge of what's happened. That's I dedicate. So like right now, once football's ended, I take a mental break. I don't want to talk about football. I get involved with the draft a little bit. I don't bet the draft, but I will I get a couple Lions buddies that I have. We get together. There's food. There's too much alcohol. And, a lot of shit talking, maybe a fight here. Who knows? Probably a poker game. But, it's like that. That's all we get through. And we use the draft as an excuse on a Thursday night.
Oh, sure.
So, yeah, it's good times. But you got to compartmentalize.
Yeah, I agree. Like that, as I've gotten older, it's changed a bit for me, too. I used to follow really hard in the off season. Now I give it kind of a mental flush. And I will go back at it with fresh eyes a little bit in June. And then, yeah, for me, 4th of July is like, that's the day. As soon as those fireworks
after 4th of July weekend,
I'm like, okay.
I'm on NFL.
Yep, I'm in football mode now.
Yeah, it's crazy that like certain times of the year, significant holidays or whatever. I had this conversation with my wife yesterday because our kids got out of school last week. Michigan kids are still in school, and I'm like, yeah, you guys get out of school early here. Is it because of the heat or whatever? And she's like, I don't know. They start early here. Like I remember, I was in school for Memorial Day, and then I wouldn't get out till Labor Day. Like, or I mean. Labor Day, we went back to school.
Yeah,
you know, so like kind of.
Oh, it's the same in New York, and now I'm in Georgia, and it's the same. Like those kids in New York are in school till the 25th of June. You know what I mean? Like 4th of July was like the beginning of the summer, whereas here in Georgia, they've been out for a week and a half now. And 4th of July is like, oh, okay, we only got 3 weeks left of summer. Let's go. It is.
Senior graduations were yesterday. Because they didn't have no football practice. And the kids got out technically Friday, last Friday and stuff. And then, so whatever. It's craziness. All right, let's talk some baseball. Great call on the Braves yesterday. Yes, I made money on the Braves yesterday and the Astros yesterday. I kind of like days that have small slates because just the little games, because I can really just narrow in on 2. And smack them. Days like today, I know I have too many plays, but I can't eliminate any. You know what I mean?
I do.
Like as soon as I do, that's the one that's going to win. I'm just stuck in that mentality, man. So I can't do it. He likes Jimmy guy. Is you Jimmy me? I'm just going to call you Jimmy. Jimmy likes the Braves and the Yankees today on the run line. Got any thoughts on that?
Yes, I like the Braves. I don't love Grant Holmes. I'm staying away from that game. And Chris Paddock, his ERA is nearly 8. He's one of those guys. Chris Paddock is a back-end starter, okay? That's what he's been his entire career. We know who he is. He's not going to carry an ERA of 8 all season long. He has lost 8 straight starts. And look, for me, no bet on the Braves is a bad bet, so I'm okay with it. But I didn't love that situation because I don't love Grant Holmes. He's one of the few starters in that Braves rotation that I won't bet blindly. As far as the Yankees, I do like the Yankees today, but let's be a little bit careful, okay? They just ran through Kansas City this week. They have beaten Kansas City something like 15 straight times.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It's not – these numbers aren't exact.
They always do that.
There's something like 27-3 in their last 30 games against Kansas City.
And I think like 13 of them have been by like the run line.
Right.
They runs. Like they put it on.
7-0 yesterday, 15-2 the day before. So it's easy to be like, oh my God, the Yankees are a juggernaut. Let's just settle down. Like they're going to lose a game this weekend in Oakland. That's going to happen.
Yes, not with Severino on the mound.
Right, there maybe not, but Severino was a Yankee for a long time. He's extraordinarily motivated, and he may want to stick it to his old mates. So I did use the Yankees today, but I don't love it. It's not like let's just ring the register, dump it all in on the Yankees and Braves. But they are two teams that look, you don't need to convince me very hard to bet on either the Yankees or Braves on any other given day.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's pretty simple there. I actually took Severino over 2.5 earned runs, and I took the Yankees money line in a same game parlay kind of situation.
Okay.
So, because I think they're correlated. I think they get after him. 2.5 earned runs was like -143. I didn't love it. That's why I put it, but I didn't like the Yankees money line at -140 either. So when I get 2 numbers that I'm like on the fence on, I usually just 2-team parlay them. I know Robert's his
like you can't see it, my eye is starting to twitch.
He's about to his eye starts twitching when I say the word parlay. Right. But he understands my method to madness. He doesn't agree with it.
I do.
Yeah,
sure. There's a lot of different ways to skin a cat, right?
Yeah, right. So. Yeah. I also like the over 9.5 in that game, Oakland, or the Athletics.
Yeah.
and the Yankees. I like the over in that game.
I like
another
that.
pitcher
like that,
that's in Kyle Freeland's group chat is Michael Lorenzen, and that guy is just I think he's pitching underhand. Not quite sure, but over 3.5 earned runs. I got a plus 105, and I thought that was a gift.
Love it.
I really would have went over 5.
That's the game that I should have used but didn't, just because San Francisco has been so bad lately.
Yeah, you got to trust San Francisco's bats now.
Right. Like, I mean, they're not much better than Colorado, honestly. Like, they're right there with, like, Detroit and the Angels. Like, when you're just talking, like worst teams, like San Francisco is right there. They're 22-34. However, I still should have used that to, bet against Michael Lorenzen, like we were talking about yesterday. And again, all the Patrick Corbin haters that were in here yesterday, he gave up 1 run in 5 innings. We need to just accept that the guy isn't as bad as everyone wants him to be. And then again, Toronto fixes pitchers. Where you're talking about, like, these guys automatic fades. It's these lefties, man, these soft tossing lefties, which I can't get behind. Michael Lorenzen is my kind of automatic fade. Right-handed pitcher with a flat fastball.
Yeah, that's a guy that he can't fix that.
No, right. He's going to be the same guy every single time he steps on the mound. Where those lefties, man, like, things are different from game to game for
because they're lefties. It's like witchcraft. It's the same.
It is.
It's what's his name? Pitcher. Oh, he pitched for the Tigers, Dodgers, Toronto. I don't know.
Jamie
Moyer. Colored eyes. Two different colored eyes. Pitched for the Tigers forever with Justin Verlander and them. Then he pitched for Toronto. He's won World Series with the Texas Rangers, I think. He's got 2 different colored eyes. Max Scherzer. Max Scherzer.
Yeah.
Max Scherzer. 2 different colored eyes. Lefty.
Max Scherzer no, that's not who you're thinking of, because Scherzer's right-handed and he's a maniac.
Well, he's got 2 different colored eyes. I know that because he is a maniac. He's got like a brown and a blue. And that's just witchcraft.
So speaking of lefties, game that I like today, I like Cleveland tonight. Like, Boston is starting an opener. It's a bullpen game. Cleveland has Slade Cecconi on the mound. His overall numbers for the season aren't very good. Like, you look at it, he's 3-5. He's got the 5.18 ERA. He actually hasn't been bad in his last 3 starts. He went 4 shutout innings. He made it into the 8th inning. Now, again, it was against the Tigers, but it was on the road. You made it into the 8th inning and only gave up 2 runs. And then he had 1 hard luck inning against the Phillies, lost 3-0, but he went 5 innings strong. So he's got a 2.76 ERA in his last 3. So don't get caught up with, like, his full season ERA. How's the guy been pitching lately? He's been pitching better. He's been pitching well. So we're kind of buying low on Slade Cecconi. And also Cleveland, like, all they do is win, man. All they do is win. They're 10 wins better than Boston. They're better. Like, why are they only minus 120 in this game? This number should be much closer to, like, minus 150. Yeah. Like, Boston stinks and Cleveland is awesome. So, like, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? This one's pretty basic.
I looked at Slade Cecconi's over outs because I think he has a good game today. Weather's nice, I think, out in Cleveland, as last I checked. 70 degrees, 0 precipitation, wind blowing out the right field, 5 miles an hour ain't shit. So a little bit of windy, but other than that, it's a great night for baseball. I kind of liked him over outs, but it was a little juiced. I didn't want to go too far.
Sure, but that is an indicator that the books are expecting him to have a little bit longer outing, right?
Yeah.
Means you look at whatever the juice was on his outs, and then I bet it was less than what the juice is on the Indians in this game, right? The Indians are only minus 120.
Well, yeah, you might, yep. Yeah, okay. Actually, hold on. I got him pitching outs 17.5 over is minus 125.
Okay. So
16.5 is minus 135 in another book. 15.5 is at minus 155 at another book. So, pick your poison, folks.
Either way, it looks like they're expecting him to go 6+ innings today. If he does that, they're going to win this game like 6-1 or something like that. But the bottom line is that the books still haven't caught up to Cleveland, and Cleveland's better than people think and or realize. Okay. And Boston isn't. So I really like that spot today for the Indians. I took them on the run line today as well. That was paying out at plus 165. So that, that could be a potential go big spot for somebody that's a little daring today. Yeah. You load up on a plus 165 run line and that hits.
And they're at
that's
home.
A hell of a payday.
You're good. That's a nice payday. That's plus 180, plus 170 in some spots. What's your thoughts on the WNBA tonight?
I don't
have any. I don't.
I passed because I'm kind of waiting for my game of the year spot next Tuesday. I want to see how Atlanta plays on the road. That's what I want to see. I'm a little higher on Atlanta than some people, but I want to see what they do out at Portland. Portland's been kind of a nice little story so far to start the season.
Games.
Yeah, they won some games. They won 3 in a row. I hit them for a 7-unit winner the other day against Connecticut. They beat New York 2 out of 3 times that they've played them. So a little interesting to see Atlanta laying 8.5 points. Are they going to be able to cover that? I just don't know. If I had used something, I probably would have used Portland, or I would have used the Liberty. I would have used New York. Just cashing in on that New York basketball vibe right now, man. Looking for that juju
in the water over there
to spill over to them at home. They're finishing up a long home stand. They have lost 3 of their last 4 home games. I just can't see that continuing. I really can't. Like, I don't see them going 1-4 on a 5-game homestand here. So just kind of on spec. I like them. They just beat Phoenix, and I don't see anything like materially changing between those 2 teams. They're on a back-to-back. So I like Portland. I like New York. I didn't rate either because I didn't love either.
That's fair. I mean, that makes sense. Texas Rangers home unders, the gift that keeps on giving. They
hit again yesterday. We talked about that.
We talked about it. I think yesterday was a winner.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, 5-1 they lost to.
There you go.
They lost. That was a game I had the Astros first 5 and full game, and I'm into that point in June. I like to gravitate into. I won't have 10 plays. I'll still have 10 plays, but they'll be on 5 games.
Okay. Sure.
So, instead of 10 different games. So like yesterday, I really liked Houston. I really liked Atlanta. So I had 3 bets on each one of them. I think I had a 2-team parlay for both of them to hit the money line. I think I had 2 individual straight bets, first 5s, full games. And then I think I took their team total, or I took the Texas Rangers guy. I took Evaldi's earned run total over, so the Astros scored more than 2.5 on his ass. And then I took the Red Sox pitcher earned run over. That's how I like to play that game. First 5 full game, and the opposing pitcher that I think is going to get lit up, I take his over earned runs.
I like that.
And if it all plays together, it's a great day. You can win some and not some, but
it's correlated wagering. It's the same idea as parlays, only
it's spread out
like the way you should do it, because it's the same thing. Like when you're right, you're really right, and it leads to a big day.
When you're right, you're really right. Yeah, and it's
but that's the way it goes.
$50 bill across the board, folks.
I should have been thinking of the Doc's Daily Crew, and I should have included today's Texas under. I did look at it for a second because I'm a little higher on Mackenzie Gore than a lot of people, and I don't think he's fully hit his stride yet. Like, I think he's a really nice arm, but Stephen Cole, like the guy for Kansas City, he's cut. The reason why I didn't play this under, I'm not going to bet on the Rangers because I don't believe in the Rangers anyway. But this guy's coming off a complete game shutout. Okay, and historically, you go back over the last 30 years, I'm talking stud pitchers, like all-star pitchers coming off a complete game shutout. You always bet against them the next game. Stephen Kolek ain't that. So I think he's going to get hit. That's the only reason I didn't use that under today, but I did.
Let me tell you, folks,
on my radar.
That's the best Nerfy of the day. That's my best Nerfy of the day is right there. Because I do think he can get lit up a little bit. I had your same thoughts. I don't like
Nerfy or Yurfy?
Nerfy. That's the Nerfy. That's my Nerfy.
Okay.
Yeah, because the Rangers can't hit the ball. So there's that. I'm not worried about that. And so I'm not worried about
Kansas City's lineup stinks too.
Kansas City's lineup stinks, and Michael Gore can get it done. So 6 outs to glory. That's how we're going. That's the first leg of the ladder. It's only a $20 bet. We're gonna try and turn that 20 into 640. So turn pizza money into car payments. That's what we're doing, folks.
Kansas City is hitting only 222 against lefties this year as well. So let's go, Mackenzie Gore. Get that done.
Get it done. Yankees run line today. We talked about that. Be careful.
I mean, listen, if you guys are smelling blood in the water with the Yankees, then go for it. I like being in an attack mentality. Okay. I'm just saying, be careful. What happened in Kansas City is not going to continue to happen like throughout the next week for the Yankees. It's a new series. It's a new opponent. It's a new situation. The Yankees are the most public team. Now the Dodgers have caught them, but the Yankees and the Dodgers are the most public teams in baseball bettings. Their money lines get juiced up real high, real quick. So just be careful laying too much out there on the Yankees. That's my advice on that.
I'll tell you this, like if the Yankees could pick one team to play all year long, they would pick the Kansas City Royals, okay? And they'd probably win 150 of them. So it's just they just have their number, whatever, but it's not necessarily going to carry over right away. The Athletics, I don't think they sweep the Athletics. I think they win the series, but I don't think they sweep the Athletics. Speaking of series prices, the Detroit Tigers are going to take the series from the White Sox.
I don't know why you would think that. I don't know what you've seen.
Right now.
They lost again to the Angels yesterday.
I know.
I took the White Sox today, and the only write-up that I had was no bet against the Tigers is a bad bet. Why are they road favorites against anyone today? Like that's ridiculous. Like the White Sox could put a pitching machine on the mound right now, and Detroit should
I don't know if we could hit it.
Favored. They should not be favored in that matchup. If they can't win 2 out of 3 at home against the Angels, Detroit is a decidedly better team at home.
We don't give a shit about the Angels. We give a shit about the White Sox.
They care.
This
care.
This is the team we care about.
I get it.
Come on, man.
Detroit hasn't been trying, guys. Everybody else listen to this. The Tigers haven't been trying, but they're really going to try this week. Get out of here.
Everybody knows that we saw what happened last year, so we don't want to peak too early. Okay, so we're just saving our energy, letting everybody get hurt now, so we can get on the mend, come back at the right time after All-Star break. We might not lose the game, but we're just gonna probably plow right on through to at least the division title for sure.
100%. Like at least.
You're sporting our best pitcher out there right now, Troy Melton. He's 1-0 with a 1.5 ERA, 1.59 ERA. He's only pitched one game, but he did.
That can only go down. Like that's definitely only going to go down, right? Like I said it when the 2 days
5 2/3.
2 days after Schoolboy got hurt, I was on Doc's Daily, and I said it then weeks ago. I was like, I think Detroit is going to go in the tank for like the next 2 months or the next 6 weeks, and just bet against them. And that's been the case. Listen, I'm against the Mets today too. They're another team. Why the hell are the Mets favored over anybody? Like they should not be favored. They are a joke of a franchise, a joke of an organization, and just a terrible baseball team. They just got swept by Miami last weekend. Why are they favored in this game? Like you got to use Miami today. You got to use the White Sox today. Like, again, there are just some teams in Major League. It'd be like it's not that far off from the Rockies being favored. It's not. Well, I know.
What are we doing? Yeah, what are we doing?
The Rockies only have 2 fewer losses than the Mets and the Tigers.
Okay? I'm on the under in that Mets-Marlins game. And then, yeah, that's it. I mean, yeah, listen, I mean, just watch my Tigers today. I'm just telling you.
Right. Watch them lose.
110 games left, boys. Texas left runners on base all night last night. Right. I might be a homer. White Sox, I'm rooting for them this year. Feel good story. Why? Because they got the Pope. I mean, big deal. If they have to buy their way into a World Series, we're not about that life, okay? We want to earn it.
Okay, last guy I want to talk about real quick. I just want to put on some people's radar tonight. I like the other side. I like Tampa Bay, but I really want to see Valbert Urena, the starter for the Angels. He has gone 5 straight starts allowing 2 runs or fewer. 4 of those 5 starts, he allowed 1 run or fewer. I just haven't seen enough of this guy to know if he's for real or not yet. I do know that in his last game, he went 5 innings, only allowed 1 earned run. However, the Rangers, as the Rangers do, they left the bases loaded 3 times in that game. So feeling like that was a little bit of a fluke. But again, guy puts up 5 straight starts allowing 2 runs or fewer. He's gonna land on my radar. Like, this might be a guy, whether it's we start hitting unders with him or we start catching underdog value with him. I want to see how he does against a real lineup today. And I want to see, I'm just going to watch him just for his stuff. So I just wanted to put that out into the world, into the Docs Daily universe for some guys. Put him on your radar. Also, how does Tampa Bay bounce back from getting swept? They got swept by the Orioles. Everybody knows I've been on here yelling about the Tampa Bay Rays, about how awesome they are, and they have been, right? But we saw this with Cubs. We saw this with the Yankees. Like, these teams peaked, got real hot real early, and then had a dip. Is Tampa Bay in a dip, or do they bounce back from getting swept and just lay the pipe to the Angels this weekend?
I'm on the Nerfy, and that's it. That's all I think I got there. And I'm going to sweat that one out here. Marlin pitchers had his 1 bad start on the road. Books clearly pricing that into the line there.
Max Meyer, yeah, I mean, maybe. Like, they're still giving – I think they're still giving Freddie Peralta too much thing. But it is
way too much credit.
It is obvious that the general betting public has not caught on to how bad the Mets have been all year, frankly. And I'm going to say I'm just as guilty of it as everyone else. Like, I should have been blindly betting against the Mets starting a month ago, because even when they were terrible in April, I'm coming out and looking, I'm like, they're minus 155 today, or they're minus 160 today. And I'm like, okay, like they're not as bad as
minus 160 better over anybody.
Right. Like they've been overpriced and overvalued all season long. So I don't think it has anything to do with Max Meyer. Like I'm looking back at the Mets' last 10 games. Okay. They have only been underdogs in 2 of them. They've been favored 8 times. They're 3-7. Like they're not good. They shouldn't be favored over anyone. They're losing games and losing series to Washington. They get swept by Miami. They lose 2 or 3 at home to Cincinnati, and 2 of those 3 games aren't close. Like, the Mets are a bad baseball team. There is no turnaround coming for them. Like, they just are really
the Twins as well. Yeah.
Don't be done with them. Bet against them.
Don't be done with them. Bet against them. Yeah, exactly.
They stink.
I just switch gears here to basketball a little bit here. I mean, the Spurs did exactly what I thought they would do.
Hell yeah.
Great call. What I mean? They did exactly what we thought. The script was written. We'll see you game 7 on Saturday. This shit didn't matter. I hit first half full game, so that was nice. But then Saturday's matchup, game 7, all bets are off, man. We're at, I think, Spurs, what are they, 3.5?
It's 3.5, which, like we talked about yesterday, like the Spurs won yesterday and it was a blowout. All these games have been blowouts.
Yeah, blowouts.
So anybody tuning in tomorrow hoping for a classic game 7 that comes down to the final shot, like, I don't think so, man. I think Oklahoma City wins, and I think Oklahoma City wins big, not because I think they're so much better than the Spurs. I actually think the Spurs are the better team. I think that this is exactly what I talked about with that Sabres-Montreal series. Like, the referees are having an impact. And I'm not going conspiracy theory. I'm just saying that, like, the game that was played last night, if that's how it's officiated, where they let a lot more go, they call fewer fouls, They let them play more physicals. San Antonio's better. They're just the better team in the series. But if the games are officiated like they were in Game 5, where Oklahoma City, got 40-something free throws, the Spurs aren't good enough to overcome that. Oklahoma City's at home. I think they're going to get the calls. I think they're going to win by a blowout. I do. Okay. It's not what I want to happen, but I just don't see them losing Game 7 at home, and I don't see the refs officiating tomorrow night's game the way that they officiated last night's game.
Right. Yeah. I think if you're going to play it, you got to lay it. I'd lay it. Do you think that number moves at all by Saturday?
I think it should, but no, because I think that the general sentiment is people want the Spurs. People bet what they want to see happen more than what they think is going to happen. So I think the books are going to get balanced action on this game no matter what. But again, I told you yesterday, I'm a proponent. Like, I think all these games have been a little bit mispriced, and that the favorite should be a little bit heavier at home because all the games have been blowouts.
Yeah.
Teams that win, and that's my thing too. If you like the Spurs tomorrow, don't bother with points. Just take them on the money line. But maybe get into like an alternate spread. See what you can get Oklahoma City like -6.5 or -7.5 at. Like, you should be able to get
plus money and go there. And if you lose, you lose.
Big plus money. Yeah.
Big plus money. That's what I did. I'm in a contest with some buddies, one pick a day kind of thing. It's like $20, whatever. Anyways, I'm so far behind out of the money for the end of this month that I'm hunting. Like, we can only go -150 to +150. That's the range you got to stay in, right? So I'm searching for something that's +149 everywhere I go. I'm trying to press the limits. So I think it was Spurs minus like 6.5 or 7.5. I don't know what it was, but it was like -1 or +147. And I put that in, and he's like, "You're just looking for the biggest plus money you can get." And I'm like, "Hell yeah!" And
sure, absolutely.
I'm like, boom, there you go.
One out of the 6 games in the series have been close. The rest have been blowouts. I don't know what that says about these teams, how they match up with the series, but it's a trend that, like, I don't expect it to change tomorrow. I expect whoever wins to win by double digits. And for me, the most likely scenario is that it's Oklahoma City and that they win going away. And Daniel, I like where your head's at, that you're looking ahead to that Knicks series already. No, it'll be higher than that. I think it'll be 5.5, somewhere around there, 6.5. I think that the number is going to be.
You think the Knicks will be getting points for sure?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, because the odds makers are not going to have an emotional reaction. They are going to look at the Western Conference versus the Eastern Conference. They're going to look at the statistics. They're going to look at the advanced metrics. They're going to look at how, everyone and their mother thinks that this Saturday game is Game 7 of the NBA Finals, right? That, like, whoever wins is going to roll over the Knicks and win the championship and stuff like that. Yeah. So if Oklahoma City gets a home game in Game 1 against the Knicks, they're going to be 5.5-point favorites. The Knicks will be favored at home. The Knicks will be like a 2-point favorite when they play in Madison Square Garden, or maybe 1.5, like a small home favorite. Knicks aren't going to be favored on the road in the NBA Finals.
If you like the Knicks Game 1, I would take a money line, though.
I agree.
I don't think it's a game. I don't think it's a close game either. If you like OKC, you lay the points. I don't think the number will be accurate. I'm
gonna be on the Knicks that whole series. Every game that's played in that series, every single game that's played in that series, I'll be taking the Knicks. I think they're gonna win. I've been wrong before, okay, but like I said, I'm trusting my eyes. I'm trusting the style of basketball that they're playing.
Hey, and they are playing with a lot of swagger. I like that. This is the best time to have that.
Yes, and again, they have been really consistent in their performance in terms of how they've played. What I'm seeing with my eyes with them in every game versus both the Spurs and Oklahoma City. Like I said, in every game in this series, it's like a roller coaster. Like, team wins by 20 and loses by 20.
The next
day. Every other night, like, you know what I mean? Where I'm going to take the team that's playing better, more consistent basketball, especially because they're going to be underdogs. I'm going to be getting plus money on money lines. I'm going to be getting points in all of these games. Like, for me, all the values on the Knicks. That has nothing to do with like where my heart's at, or I'm rooting for the net. There's no emotion here. It's just I'm just going where the numbers are taking me, and I'm going with what I see with my eyes.
Stop Geo says a 25% FanDuel NHL boost on the Canes minus 1.5 plus 148. Listen, I think that Montreal has played this is the last game of the season for them tonight. Yeah. I do think Carolina wins. I'm not laying the money line or the puck line. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not even laying the draw. I want to bet the under. But to be honest with you, if Montreal lays down, Carolina put 5 on the ass. I'm just saying, you know, and then I mean it'll be a 5-2 game and we'll all be screwed. Or 5-1 at that 5.5. So I'm not playing. I got nothing on this game. I'm gonna live bet it probably for sure. Kind of go from there. I mean, my best bet would be if the Canadians score first, I'm going to be all over Montreal.
Yeah. Yep. You mean Carolina? If Montreal scores first, you're going to be all over Carolina.
Yes.
I agree. I'm done with hockey. I probably won't have a play in the finals. I had my fourth straight winning year. I'm gonna take the money and run. I don't like being in these situations. Like, again, the fact that I'm gonna have any plays in the NBA finals is kind of like an upset, right? Like I usually don't bet the NBA finals either, because by this point I don't like trying to guess what's gonna happen. Again, I like to follow the numbers. I like to follow the value. There's no value left in hockey for me. Like I'm not seeing it. I mean, we got a playoff game where one of the teams is minus 240. You're not even getting plus money on a puck line without a boost. So
listen, I hope this series goes to 7 games because it's been a really good series. But I don't know. I mean, I'm just looking ahead. I don't like the Vegas Carolina matchup at all. I don't think Vegas matches up well with them. I really don't. So we'll see how that goes, which is really hard to say. I got to whisper in these parts around here because you can't go to a restaurant or a bar or, any kind of, there's Vegas Golden Knight material everywhere. Our waitress, me and my buddy went out the other day. Waitress heard us talking. And I go, man, I don't think Vegas could beat Montreal or Carolina. And she goes, I'm sorry, what? I was like, nothing, ma'am, nothing. We just want coffee in our breakfast order.
Well, it's funny. All year, I felt like it's kind of the reverse of the NBA. Like all year in hockey, I felt like the Eastern Conference has been better than the Western Conference. I feel like it's just deeper, that there's just more teams that can win on any given night in the East or whatever. But I'm going to say, I do think we're going to get an upset in one of the 2 finals. I think either the Knicks or Vegas are going to win. That's my honest dude. And honestly, I think they could both win. And I don't think that that's overreacting.
I think the Vegas Golden Knights actually have Carter Hart. Their goalie is playing outstanding.
I think Colorado would lose.
I think they have more of a shot probably, but if I had to put between the 2, but Oklahoma City hasn't looked as dominant as they have in the past, but I think that's because they're playing a better team in the Spurs. So, I mean, look, again, I don't know what to think about the NBA.
Yes and no. Again, I keep saying this to anybody that'll listen, but about Oklahoma City. Remember, they needed 7 games and Tyrese Halliburton, who was unbelievable last year, to blow out his Achilles to win the championship last year. That's why they won. Like they didn't steamroll and sweep in the NBA finals or win 4 out of 5 in the NBA finals. And this Knicks team is playing better than that Pacers team was last year. Oklahoma City's not playing as well. They are banged up. There is a reason we haven't had back-to-back NBA champions in a decade. I very much think the Knicks are
That's true. We haven't had that in a very long time.
And on the other side with Vegas, they're just hot, man. They're just
red hot
at the right time. I didn't think Colorado. I did not think they stood a chance against Colorado. They demolished Colorado. They didn't win those 4 games. Like 3 of them were in overtime.
Nope.
You know, 2 of them were fluke games. Like
Nope.
they wrecked Colorado.
Yeah, there was no like, goalie. Oh, bad call. That shouldn't have been a goal when offsides. No bullshit. They just ran through them.
Right. And if they can do that to Colorado, they can do that to Carolina. Now, they're not going to sweep Carolina. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they're going to sweep them or dominate them or whatever. But I'm saying if they can sweep Colorado, they can win a series against Carolina. I'm sorry.
Carolina's been running through people too as well.
They have.
Stanley Cup playoffs, folks. How about that? Tune into the YouTube channel because we got all kinds of free plays, general information about these games, who's in, who's out, angles, stats. I mean, we're sharing more information from World Cup previews to Stanley Cup playoffs, NBA playoffs, and everyday diamond baseball stuff. So, get in on the action. Use that free 60 for Robert's plays over at the website there, or anybody's plays for that matter. jocksports.com/free 60. Links in the description of the video. Tell them what you got going on tonight, this weekend, what's coming down the pipe for Robert Frank.
The big play that's available today, and it's available all day today and all overnight because it's a noon start tomorrow, is my 7-unit soccer play on the Champions League. 45-16 in my last 61 soccer plays rated 7 units or above. That's 74% over 61 plays. I'm 18-5 with my last 23 high-rated soccer plays, 7 units or above. So I really, really like this situation in the Champions League final for tomorrow. I will have a 7-unit MLB play. I really like a game on tomorrow's card, as well as probably something in the WNBA. Like I said, I'm kind of saving up my bullets for Tuesday's game of the year. But other than that, just grinding, man. Just grinding. I like it. Last couple comments here. Stop Gio's my Detroit Lions man on the street. He gives me all my updates on Lions facts. Nice.
Jimmy Roller already showing up to OTAs. Campbell and Levi says, I like where he's at. I'd like when Dan Campbell says, I don't like where he's at. One time. Every time. That's what I don't like about Dan Campbell. He always likes where they're at. I like where we're at. I don't like where we're at. Good point about OKC. I'm scared of them young guns in them young Spurs, rather. OKC as a Knicks fan. We don't want no smoke with the Spurs.
I disagree. I think if the Spurs win game 7 in Oklahoma City, I think the Knicks might beat them in 5 games. I think
the Knicks have a better shot to beat the Spurs than they do the
100%.
Okay.
100%, even though I think the Spurs are better than Oklahoma City. And again, here's why. This is still a really young Spurs team. They are maxing out physically and emotionally in this series right now with Oklahoma City. We talked about it. This is a slugfest. It has been a slugfest. It's going 7 games. They go on the road and win that game 7. I don't think they're going to have anything left emotionally in the tank against the Knicks team that's rested. So if they lose one of those first 2 games at home, I don't think they're going to the Garden and winning a game. I think that will be overwhelming for a team that has never been to the NBA Finals, that has never been in this situation. Oklahoma City has the experience factor. They're not going to be scared of going to the Garden. They're going to have that home court. Again, they're over reliant on the officiating and how that Knicks series is officiated. I just feel like Oklahoma City has more paths. I think if San Antonio pulls the upset tomorrow, they are going to be so wiped out mentally and physically that the Knicks are going to have a massive advantage against them. That's just.
I agreed. I was shocked when the Knicks won when they whooped the Cavs. In Madison Square Garden there was fans shouting, "We want Wembanyama," and Wembanyama or whatever you say his name. We want Victor. You know what I mean? And I was like, "Ooh, be careful what you wish for." Like I always think that I'm like, do you? And then I started thinking about it. Yeah, you probably do because he's going to be exhausted after OKC. Like just both of them, to be honest with you, are just going to be. And I think OKC could probably rebound from that, being the more veteran team, being there, playing those amount of games. rather than the Spurs. So,
and it is so hard to mentally shift your focus. Like, there is so much going into this Oklahoma City San Antonio series from both sides. Okay, from the coaching staff to the bench players to the matchups, all this. Now all of a sudden, this series is done. Okay, we're just going to put this on the shelf, and now the Knicks. Like, that's hard to do. The Knicks, they're gearing up for whoever, for both of these teams.
Yeah,
right? Like, it's going to be much easier for them to make that transition into the finals than it's going to be for the winner of this. And I've said this 100 times here on Docs Daily. Knicks Spurs NBA Cup Finals back in December in Vegas on a neutral site. There were stakes involved. The Knicks didn't beat them. They beat them by double digits. Okay, so some people don't put stock in that. I absolutely do. If the Knicks
fans should be rooting for the Spurs.
If the Knicks, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm not rooting for anybody in terms of like where my fandom is at. I'm just preparing as a handicapper for both eventualities. I told you, I don't think the Spurs, I like the Spurs. My son loves Victor Wembanyama. Like, we're pulling for them. I hate Oklahoma City. I don't like watching them play. Like, I don't like the flopping and all the nonsense, all this crap. Like, my heart, 100% San Antonio. My money will 100% be on Oklahoma City tomorrow. So that's the way that goes. I mean, I think the Knicks will beat the Spurs. If the Spurs do pull the upset, I will hammer the Knicks in the NBA Finals. If it's Oklahoma City and New York, I think that'll be a 6 or 7 game series.
I see that's a little bit more of a battle.
Yeah.
Always appreciate your thoughts, Robert. Let's get that soccer win tomorrow. Let's go. Let's get after it.
Yeah, man.
All right, that's going to do it for us. We're going to get on out of here. We'll be back tomorrow, noon Eastern, me and Griffin Murphy. And he'll be whining about his White Sox loss today. Put it on the Good luck unless you're against me. We'll see you guys tomorrow.